Oh, okay. Wow. I like this. This is something I think is really powerful, right? In this episode of The Edge, we are going to do a deep dive into the marketing of Kachava. Kachava is a company that sells a nutrition shake. Hey guys, this is Jason with adskills.com. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So I was just browsing through Fox News for inspiration. Why Fox News? Well, I like to look sometimes at these big news websites that just get tons of traffic, and believe me, Fox gets a lot because daily news is what drives a lot of the traffic on the internet. It doesn't matter if it's what Kim Kardashian did yesterday or whatever. People are just consuming news all the time. So I looked to Fox News for inspiration. This was a really silly article here. Wheel of Fortune's strangest moments of 2023. Pat Sajak tackling a contestant. But I snapshotted this ad here. When you scroll all the way to the bottom on a page on a website like this, you see what are called native ads. And a lot of times these are just kind of weird attention grabbing ads. Like this device, this gadget here looks really weird. Here's a briefcase of money. So just these curiosity invoking images. And I zeroed in on this one from Kachava. 9 reasons why this shake has no competition, right? So when you click on that, it's going to take you to an advertorial. And the headline says the same thing here, 9 reasons why people love this shake. And they just go through and list all the benefits of the shake. Number 1, it's so much more than a protein shake. Number 2, it's loaded with over 85 superfoods, nutrients, and plant-based ingredients. Now, I'm a shake drinker myself. I mainly drink protein shakes. Just easy to consume it, drink it, get your nutrients. So this is pretty appealing, right? All of this stuff condensed into one nice little shake. I like the idea of that. So I think this idea for an advertorial is very good. It's easily scannable. Number 3, it helps you stay satisfied. So you're not going to drink it and be hungry and 30 minutes later. That's what I get from that. It's clean and pure, no added fillers, no nonsense. Another great benefit, a lot of health conscious people become a little bit wary of the stuff they might buy at the supermarket. Like, yeah, this has protein in it, but does it have any weird, harmful stuff that's kind of doing me more harm than good, right? So I think they just did a great job here. Point number 5, it's surprisingly delicious, right? So we're looking just for all the benefits here. We want this thing to taste good as well. We want to enjoy drinking it, right? So they just keep going through the benefits, and we see they had this sticky call to action just called out in orange. Orange is a color that's just warm and seems to pop off the page. And once you click Get Started Now, it's actually taking you to the home page, which normally I might be against that, but in their case, I think it makes sense, right? Because when I click on products, they don't really have a lot of products. They just have, different varieties of shakes, and they've got snack bars, right? So really the whole brand is kind of focused just around a small amount of products that have a variety of flavors, right? So in this case, I think coming to the homepage makes sense here. Really nice homepage. They did a great job really showcasing the product, their avatar, who they're going after, health conscious, active people. Yeah, really nice branding. Let's see what happens when I click here. Okay, so here it's all about selecting what you want. You could get a lot of every different flavor, build a bundle. Now, they could have actually sent me straight from the advertorial to here. I think that would have been fine too. Sometimes condensing these steps, taking a step out for the user, one less place they have to click, it seems very trivial, but a lot of times in direct response, it can amplify the results. So I couldn't say for sure. It's something worth testing, but I feel like if they wanted to, they could have just sent me straight here. This is where you customize your order, and then, okay, wow, I like this. This is something I think is really powerful, right? You can get it one time. Okay, I can try it out. Or you can subscribe and save. You see Amazon doing this a lot where, it doesn't matter whatever you're ordering. If you get a toothbrush every month, if you subscribe, it's going to be a little bit less cost, right? Which recurring revenue to infinity is what everyone wants. It's what they're going after. So I think this is very sophisticated, very smart just to get people on a subscription. Because if you're consuming this, if you like like it, just going to need it all the time, right? If you get up 30 of these and you're drinking one a day, you're going to need some next month. So I like what they're doing here. Let's take a look at SimilarWeb and see how much traffic these guys are getting. Wow. So this 3-month estimate here is right at 5 million visits. So they are getting a substantial amount of traffic. I would say if you average this out, it's at least, 1.6 million visits a month. Target market, the US, it's just almost all the traffic there. Wow. Okay. It's always interesting to look at these channel overviews and see how their traffic breaks out because, every company can be so different. Almost 40% of their traffic, remember all that traffic that they're getting, almost 5 million visits over 3 months, 40% of that, that would be 2 million visits in the last 3 months off of paid search. That's significant. We don't usually see paid search so high on these. So that's going to be interesting to dive into. Social traffic mostly coming from Facebook, followed by YouTube here. All right, so let's see how their display advertising breaks down. So this would include native ads or any regular display banners. Most of that is coming from Outbrain, followed by Google Display Network, and then we see some other various networks here. And then the top publishers for the display advertising, number 1 is YouTube, coming in at over 60%, and then followed by CNN. Remember what I said about news sites? I think last video I did, I was showing where CNN's getting up in the billions of visits over a few month span. So that's pretty interesting. MSN, another mainstay of native advertising. But since these guys are getting so much search traffic, we have to take a look at SEMrush and really see what they're doing here. So organic search traffic, significant here at over 300K. Their paid search traffic coming in at almost 25K. So let's just scroll down and see what kind of terms are coming up for. Okay, we look at these organic terms. I'm seeing all brand terms right there, but I want to dive a little bit deeper. I think this is where you have a brand when your brand terms themselves are generating this kind of traffic. So 108K people looking up Kachava. What I interpret this as is all the interest they've generated, whether it be through organic content or just their other advertising methods, getting the word out. Then people are coming to Google and they're searching for the brand term. They had to be made aware of it somehow, and it all comes full circle back to Google search here, people searching them. All right, so I've been scrolling down through here, and these are all brand terms. I actually don't see one that's not a brand term, like people just searching nutrition shake, right? So they're just coming up for their brand terms. Okay, so now we have to take a look at their paid search traffic. Remember, a significant amount of their traffic is coming from paid search. So they're bidding on their brand terms. They're ensuring that they come up number 1 here. But here's one where we see they're starting to bid on more of a category term, not just their own brand. Meal replacement shakes. We see that has a significant amount of volume. They're in the number 1 position. Best meal replacement shakes, meal replacement shake, prebiotics, and probiotics. So there is a lot of interest around these terms. I can see why they're generating a lot of traffic here. And they're going after a hot segment of traffic, right? People searching for a product, the best meal replacement, the best health shake, or whatever it may be. These are people who are researching to make a purchase. So when you come to a website that, has really great branding, showcasing the product, listing all the benefits, I think they have a really strong chance of converting. I think they've done a great job here. So via a native ad is how I found these guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at AdBeat and see what some of their native and display ads look like. Let's see how this all breaks out. So we've got Outbrain coming in here at 1.6 million, followed by YouTube at 1.2 million. Okay, so I clicked right here and a video ad came up. Let's see if we can play this ad.
If you want to be healthier, you've got to get Kachava.
I started Kachava a month ago because I was eating poorly and I knew I could do better.
I'm really conscious about my nutrition, and Kachava makes my life so much easier.
I love how I get all these great superfoods that would be impossible to gather myself.
Kachava is my secret for staying healthy.
It really helps control my craving, so I don't eat junk anymore.
It's the perfect meal replacement. You don't want to make regrettable food choices when you're doing so well.
Okay, so it looks like the ad is about a minute and a half. The guy opens up straight away saying if you want to get healthy, you got to go with Kachava. And it's just showing different people living a healthy lifestyle, their target avatar. It's not just one person, it's different people. They're showcasing the active lifestyle, and they're saying things that, to me, as a consumer of shakes, I try to eat healthy. I don't always. I struggle too with like wanting McDonald's fries and snack cakes and all this stuff. But when you have something like this that tastes good and it's giving you the nutrients, like they said here, it helps you control your cravings. So they're really just listing off the benefits. And right away from the beginning, I won't watch the whole ad, but you see very quickly it is about a nutritional shake. And I like what they've done here too by putting the little arrow, the call to action here, because on a lot of the ad placements you can click right there. But on mobile, a lot of times you're clicking below the ad, so may not fully be necessary. But overall, really well done ad. This is one of their native ads that's being displayed on Microsoft advertising. So they have this nice image of the shake being poured with the brand right there on the person's apron, it looks like. Then the headline is Why People Love Kachava, the Plant-Based Meal Shake. And then when you click, you're going to come back to that advertorial. So we see that Kachava is really getting a lot of reach out of their advertising. They're doing a diverse array of things, from native advertising to video advertising. They're hitting search. They've got really great branding, which I think is important for something that you're going to consume, because it has to feel good visually, because you're kind of inferring how it's going to taste and that it's going to be healthy for you. So I can see that brand is very important to them as well. But all in all, I think they're just doing an outstanding job, and it is a really good advertising mix. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. This is Jason signing off, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Edge.